the beautiful Mizzou softball stadium. Day one at the Columbia Regional. It's Indiana and Washington to kick things off. You're watching the NCAA softball regionals presented by Capital One. The Indiana Hoosiers looking to continue back-to-back historic seasons, whereas Washington, they know this territory very well. Just have to trust the process. Slow roller to the left side. Holtorf takes care of it. Another in a great line of defensive shortstops at Washington, and there's one out. Lopez did as well, but went west instead of south. That goes off the base and not in time to get Minnick. So a well-placed ball from Taylor Minnick, and they've got a one-out base runner. They've matched their average from last year, which set a program record. Popped up, and a nice job by Lopez to come forward and get it. There's two outs. Certainly wasn't easy for Heather Tarr and company to replace those pieces. Sent into left field. That'll get down in front of Hobson. It's a base hit for Avery Parker, the catcher.
Broke too much too early, so Allie was able to get herself even back up in the count.
Ground ball to the second baseman, Solis. She takes care of it. And Washington.
And excuse me, on Carter, just trying to get her to ground out or a fly out. That also works pretty well.
Shallow pop up to Kettleman for the first out. Good start for Copeland.
During the Tokyo 2020 run.
Popped up high on the infield. Cooper takes control of it, and then there's quickly two outs for Copeland here in the postseason. It's this high into left field. That's caught. 1-2-3 inning for Brianna Copeland and Indiana's. That's why we see them 23 errors on the season, best in the Pac-12. As that is grounded to the second baseman Solis, and they retire Alex Cooper. Just all weekend, the upper right of your screen. This is a ground ball to Holtorf, who takes care of it. Two outs.
And then managing the slappers or the lefties that might foul off her curveball a little bit more.
Popped up on the infield. Solis shielding the sun and makes the catch after a 25-pitch first inning. It takes just 11 in the second.
Dove at the right time, and it was, you know, inches into your glove.
Copeland just misses there. The Indiana side wanted that call, but for Alana Johnson, the right fielder, in the dirt, and this time Nelson does advance. Nice job by Van Brandt to back that up, or else Nelson might be standing on third. Played football there. This is hit hard into right center field. Diving and can't make the catch. It goes to the wall. Washington on the board first. An RBI double for Johnson, and she'll advance to third.
Able to put the insurance run just 60 feet away. Good effort. We love to see the dive here by Cassidy Kettleman. Aaliyah Andrews is there for the backup, but when the throw comes in, it's offline and allows Alana Johnson to get into third base with no outs.
It's this high into center field, going back toward the track. It's caught there by Kettleman, but that'll score the run easily, and two come across for Washington. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming from Brianna Copeland, and does get the inside corner, away from Parker for a moment, but that is out number two. Two pitchers have kind of duplicated each other's numbers in reverse, though, as that's lofted into center field for a base hit by Alvarez. 28th pitch of the inning.
And that tight spin is going to create that sharp break on curveballs and on rise balls and drop balls.
Right back to Copeland, so she bounces back, but two runs come across. Brooke Nelson leads it off with a walk.
Good action, our favorite softball teams.
Ooh, hard hit to the first base side. Nelson takes care of it. One pitch, one out. Maybe like this. 3-2. In kind of on the hands, shallow left center field, and Carter roams over to make the catch. 2 outs.
And something that, as a youth athlete, you start with just your curveball and being able to execute that, but then just like there, she drops down her curveball a little bit.
17 to 2019. The winningest head coach of any program in Washington history, as that's a base hit for the top of the order, Brooklyn Carter, and all that speed on the base pass for the Huskies.
Just playing at the grass, shading up the middle a little bit.
Carter got a great jump. I don't think she was going, but really nice secondary lead there. And
Bates cleats, former Washington athlete.
Ground ball right side. It almost looked like he got stuck in Van Brandt's glove for a second, and then Carter pushed back to third base by the throw from Stone. She's in her 5th season as a grad student. Where else would you go but Washington? But Copeland sets her down, looking to strand the runner at third base. Mom loves it.
Early in the count, now that Lindsay has settled in.
Big swing to left center field, back to the warning track, off the wall. Exactly what Coach Stanton wanted, and this is going to end up being a triple to lead off the 4th inning. Alana Johnson, or excuse me, Sarah Stone with the...
Lindsay Lopez with a ball elevated up in the zone. Sarah Stone's able to get her barrel to it. Almost a home run there. Brooklyn Carter wasn't able to play the wall as well as she probably would have liked, but the hustle from Sarah Stone. She sees the ball that drops, and oh my gosh, all the way into third base. Not a lot of trips.
Spark this offense. Ground ball left side, nice backhand play by Holtorf, and there's 1 out.
Wow, what a play by Riley Holtorf. She ultimately kept her hands back.
Bunts down, run coming home, and Indiana's on the board. Gutsy call from Shonda Stanton pays off as Van Brandt.
The suicide squeeze. You don't see it often, but in big moments here, great opportunity to score and put Indiana on the board. Giselle Alvarez tried to do a glove flip, but just couldn't get it done. Yeah, a potential close situation. We'll see how this plays out.
On the right field line, shallow. Nice grab out there by Solis.
When their eyes move more, then their focus goes down. They get a little less comfortable.
And that happens, right?
And then you potentially get strike 3.
Big time pitch there from Lopez.
Have a better year from the past. I think it just shows a lot about the athlete.
This is driven into left center field, and it's extra bases again for Johnson. She is off to a great start this weekend.
Would still count as a catch.
There you go. Left center field, long run for Kettleman. She can't get there. Johnson coming around, and a triple as that gets away to the backstop.
And in center field, but Kinsey Fielder, what a hit. Low in the zone, she drops that barrel, gets down low. It has a little bit of hang time, but Kinsey Fielder, once she sees it down, boy, did she go into gear number 2 to get herself all the way to third base. There you go, you'll see the acceleration piece right there. There she goes, accelerates. She knows that she's got to get herself to third base to help her offense.
Bell starred as a player at Kentucky as that's driven through the 5-6 hole. Another run comes across. Sydney Stewart delivering this time.
Nice piece of hitting by Sydney Stewart in the 5-6 hole here. Just not quite close enough for Brooke Benson to get a glove on it. And Washington rallying offensively.
Climbing. Ground ball hit right side, gonna get the lead runner at second and not gonna be able to turn 2. Alvarez just beats it out over at first base. 1-2 count. Slapped left side just off the glove of Cooper. Looked like it got a string at the end of the leather, and it's a base hit with one out. Got her swinging. 2 away.
Great pitch there by Sophie Kleiman. Outside, 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 outside.
Catches the outside corner, and Hobson will take second base.
To wait for the posture break.
3-1. Nice catch in foul territory by Sarah Stone. That'll do it.
It's different. It's completely different, the starting role versus the closing role. A lot of times when you throw hard, Cora Bassett just jam job, hit into shallow right field there on an inside pitch.
Started every game this year and the last 2 years and rips it through the 5-6 hole. Back-to-back base hits off Malin here in the 5th inning.
By catcher Sydney Stewart back there.
Ground ball up the middle, chance for 2, and bobbled at second. They say it was on the transfer. Shonda Stanton pointing at Brooke Benson to stay on second.
All right, let's take a look here. Good fielding, a toss, the catch. Yeah, I think it was on the transfer.
These are being done at a centralized facility in Pittsburgh.
The ruling on the field is upheld. It's an out.
It's down and in, back at Malin. It gets away, runner coming home, safe at the plate. Bassett comes across for the second run of the game for the Hoosiers.
A little bit of a miscue here. Sydney Stewart throws the ball hard at, ball hard at Ruby. First and third plays, they're always a little bit of a challenge.
Safe is being challenged by Washington. The call on the field is upheld.
So there you go, a big run for Indiana to cut the lead in half.
Now.
Minnick into right field, and it's down! Extra bases for Minnick. Stanton waving Copeland around. It's a one-run game.
Taylor Minnick, the leader of the Indiana team, she comes through, pulls that pitch down the line, all the way to the wall, allowing Brianna Copeland to get home all the way from first base. No hesitation, not a stop. She in a must-score situation.
Another one stands at second base, and in comes Lindsay Lopez, who started this game. First pitch, see you later! Sarah Stone flips the script, and Indiana is on top.
Wow, hitting is contagious, and Sarah Stone came in ready to go. First pitch swing, so aggressive.
One from Lopez.
Here we go, Sarah Stone, curveball back from Lindsay Lopez. She was looking for it, belt high. She gets all of that. Big home run for Indiana.
Flied out to right field, 2 outs as Parker is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a conversation before Sarah Stone went to the plate too.
Yeah, absolutely, and there we see it again. That's the 7th first pitch swing for Indiana.
That'll do it.
A lot of momentum swings in this game. Washington came out on top early.
Ooh, right at the center fielder. That was a really nice job out there in center.
Those are
settle in and make.
You can keep an offense. There we go. we can keep an offense at bay with miss hits, fly balls, and ground balls.
These two teams have. Indiana had hit 66 home runs entering the weekend, 63 for Washington. That's deep, but a nice catch out there by Andrews. And that's going to do it. 1, 2, 3 for Sophie Kleiman. The Hoosiers.
Pitches.
3-2. Lofted into center field and going back, off the top of the wall. It's gone. It is a home run for Alex Cooper. Hit the top of the wall. Indiana gets insurance.
Her 8th home run, really high 1-2 count, and you can see Carter tries to make a play on it, but it does hit that top of the
1-2 pitch coming to Andrews. Off the handle, Nelson stabs it and makes the play. Great reflexes in the circle right there from Nelson.
Yeah, excellent work there.
Mentioned it, day one, really important. 97% of the teams that advance win game one, as that's right back at Nelson, who stays busy.
Yeah. It's not impossible out of the losers bracket, but the road sure is tough.
Well, nice job by Holtorf to stay down on that. Nelson gives up the leadoff solo home run to give Indiana some insurance with a number of Washington Huskies. So we see the bunt laid down, and that'll be a leadoff base runner for Washington. Much needed in the form of Kenzie Fiedler. The swinging into right field. Diving! What a catch by Bassett!
Ooh.
Full extension in right field from Cora Bassett.
What a gutsy dive, too. That could have been really risky for Cora Bassett. Let's take a look at it here. Great piece of hitting by Sid Stewart. Goes down, goes opposite field. Able to lay out Cora Bassett. Excellent job.
3-1, one away, one on. Outside, and she's fired up. The go-ahead run coming to the plate. Trying to keep the success of that 5 through 9 in the order going that are now a combined 7 for 12. Ball gets away, both runners advance, and the tying run for Washington now stands at second.
A little drop ball here. Avery Parker goes to block.
Into right field, it's down! Heather Tarr waving Gardner around. We're tied at 6 apiece. Olivia Johnson comes through.
Olivia Johnson, what a great piece of hitting. Coming off the bench again, very respectable with that .299 batting average. Doesn't try to do too much with this pitch. Just goes opposite field, got her hands to the ball, and able to bloop it in to shallow right field, bringing in 2 RBIs.
Avery Hobson back in for her at first base.
This year in the Women's College World Series, we have some really good matchups, but man, this regional here is a good one.
Gets away at second base. It was an absolute laser. Now the run coming home, and they score! It's going to be obstruction if it would have been an out, but Avery Hobson scores, and she is fired up, and out of nowhere, Washington is back on top.
Held in. When the ball is held here, they make the play to second base. It's bobbled, it gets away, it stays on the infield. It should have been one base, but she holds the ball, and once she holds the ball, she gets caught off guard that the runner goes home. Ooh.
Going to the 5th inning, Indiana plated 4 in that inning. Another one in the 6th.
Ooh.
Almost tagged out at third. Holtorf cannot quite beat it out. And the runner toying with Indiana at third base. That was Brooklyn Carter trying to force another mistake. Ground ball right side, that's going to do it. The put out at first base. 3 runs for the Huskies, and Washington leads Indiana. Hits this hard into right center field. That's exactly what Mom was looking for. A leadoff double in the 7th. Last year hit .390 with 55 runs batted in. At 54 right now into right field. A nice grab on the run by Johnson.
Yeah, really good defense there by Alana Johnson.
Here's her 9th home run of the year. 2-2 hits this hard into center field, but right at Carter. And the runner has to hold at second base again. 2 outs.
And that was a big out right there.
Hit hard into left field and deep and off the wall. Gets away a little bit from Hobson, and we are tied at 7. Avery Parker delivers her 11th double of the year.
Good work by Avery Parker here. Elevated pitch at the belt. She's able to get her hands through the zone. Just near missing going out. And able to bring in the run for a tied ball game.
The Missouri faithful pile into Mizzou softball stadium. This is slapped into shallow left center, ran down by Brooklyn Carter, and off to the bottom of the 7th. A run scored. Oh-1 ground ball softly to the left side. Cooper takes care of it, 1 away.
The damage, because we know that we can score.
Hard hit left side, a little bit of a bobble and safe at first. Benson couldn't get it out of her glove cleanly. And along.
Come on, coach.
Inside ball, runner goes and safe at second on a tight play.
The ruling at second base is upheld. Safe.
Safe at second base, so 1 out. Runner on second now for Fiedler. Little delay between the steal and then the review, the pitching conference to stand strong and take that 3rd ball. 3-2 outside, first and second, which not necessarily the end of the world, right? You get the forces now?
Yeah, you have a force at second base now, right? You have potential for a double play.
So much history, especially on the softball side. Gets the outside corner, and there's 2 away. Big pitch from Sophie Kleiman.
Big pitch on the outside corner by Sophie Kleiman. Just an elevated drop ball there.
Walked, and there were 2 on with just 1 out before the strikeout. Now Alvarez, a 3-2 count, swinging down the right field line, fair, and that's gonna do it. The freshman, Giselle Alvarez, walks it off for the Huskies.
Giselle Alvarez, what a hit coming in clutch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bottom of the 7th. Runner is on first and second. Just a dream situation coming in clutch for the Washington Huskies. Times. The end being 8-7, Washington. What a pitch. It was low, not even necessarily a strike in that 3-2 count, but she's able to go down and almost golf that ball down the right field line. Securing the win and the go-ahead run coming across the plate.
Her 11th RBI of the season, and it is the biggest one of her career to this point. That sends Washington into the semifinal, the first semifinal to be played at 3 Eastern tomorrow.